Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And you're the host, Justin.
And I am in the chat.
Good run up with that. Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
So, I've actually... This is going to sound stupid.
Go on.
So, we're getting ready to launch a secondary podcast. We'll make the announcement now. We're getting ready to launch a secondary thing.
Okay.
I've been practicing my lead-in for it.
What are we... it sounds great. But do we have like a working title still kind of
just
bubbling
thinking Ugly Mugs Gaming.
Ugly Mugs Gaming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugly Mugs Tabletopping or something like that. That doesn't sound good.
Ugly
game.
The Ugly Table.
The Ugly Table.
The Ugly Table.
If we come up with something else, we can do something else and then call it an Ugly Mugs production.
Sure. I'm having a good old Snowberry. I love the good old peach tea Snowberry, but Arizona, I added you. I talked to you. I even your CEO, Don. I talked to him. Didn't reply.
Don't start a fight with Arizona.
I'm not starting a fight. I'm merely wanting an answer. If they don't want to talk to me, that's fine. I get it.
Don't start a fight with Arizona.
I'm not going to start a fight with Arizona. They keep their teas absolutely low. There's only one of the teas that I don't like because of what's in it, because I can't handle the smell of cucumber. I can drink any of the other ones. Like, I don't like the cranberry, but if it's in front of me, I'll drink it.
It's one of those things where, like, people are like, oh, you don't like Brussels sprouts? And I'm like, no, they're fucking disgusting. You're missing out. I don't feel like I am. But now I kind of understand it, because you're like, I don't like cucumbers. I don't like pickles. And I'm sitting there going, you're missing out, bud. I wish you did. Like, I wish your taste buds worked that way. I wish your sense of smell worked that way.
Yeah.
That you could enjoy them because they're so good. So I guess I kind of get it when these people are like, oh, you don't like this? You're missing out. I kind of get it now.
Okay.
Because I'm sitting here going, damn, for you, I wish that you liked it. Because to me, they're so fucking great. Pickles is like one of the greatest things.
Pickles I can handle the smell of because it's that weird vinegary smell. It's whatever.
Yeah.
The taste of, I just don't, I don't like the texture of pickles. So that's just, whatever. But cucumbers, there's something about cucumbers. It just, the smell immediately gets that gag reflex.
I'm going to call you the Undertaker.
He doesn't like cucumbers?
Oh, he hates them.
Really?
To the point that Paul Bear filled his locker with them. He hates cucumbers.
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
No, you're not the only one.
Good.
There's plenty of people out there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel relevant now, because I don't want to be that one person that's like, hey, you know what sounds good? A cucumber.
Cute.
You have a dark berry over there?
I have a dark berry, but that's not the episode drink. The episode drink is this last little splash right here of a green tea, passion fruit tea boba.
Is that from Cloud?
It is from Cloud.
Hey.
Delicious little place. Lauren tried something new.
Oh,
that
yeah?
I've never had.
Okay.
A coffee milk.
Okay.
With a soft top with boba in it. And it was weird.
It something tells me that's a lot of weird textures flying through the straw.
So I don't like their soft top. Their soft top's a little sour to me.
I don't want.
It's a dairy. I think it's because of the form of dairy they do. I don't know if it's like cheese or whatnot, but whatever they do with their soft top, I don't like it.
Okay.
But she ordered this and I tried it, and it's actually pretty damn good. You kind of get a little bit of coffee, but there's almost like a tea flavor to it also. It's an interesting thing. One of these times I'm going to have to buy one so that you can try it.
Okay.
Because I know you probably... It's very likely you won't like it because there is coffee flavor there. It's very likely you won't like it, so I don't want to buy it and you be like, this is shit, and not finish it.
Oh,
so I'll buy one, and then if you don't like it, I'll finish it.
Okay. I'll probably... I won't probably do that, but I get you.
Yeah, I don't want to force you to eat something you don't want to eat also. That's the other thing. What? Oh, that? Forcing to be eaten?
Well, not really forcing to be eaten.
Eat it.
Or
make us eat it. No. Yep. No one's paid for it.
It's got to be earned?
Yeah, it's got to be earned.
It's got to be earned.
It's got to be earned. They want to see us die from a Pocky chip, they have to pay for it.
Fair enough.
I don't die for free.
Hey, yo.
I don't die for free. What do you want from me?
Hey, yo. I mean, But no depressive talk. A pretty meager show today, but we're gonna be talking about a lot of the subjects and kind of lingering a bit. Some shoe news, got some other stuff.
When we come across the shoe news, sometimes it's like we gotta fight to find it.
And then sometimes it's a
There's
plethora.
times like today where I'm flipping through Twitter while we're getting the show prepared. I'm like, oh, look at that, an entire run of shoes.
Yeah. We talked about one of the shoes of which he found.
Before we get too far, though, let's do our nice little run-up. If you want to support the show, you can make us eat a pocket chip. That is how many bits?
Either 10,000 bits or 25 subscribes, whatever we get first.
Okay. We already got a couple subscriptions there, so that's getting us there. But in addition to that, you can do Humble Bundle, which is right here to my right. We will be talking about that here in a second because they are doing a hell of Black Friday sale. But also right underneath Justin, there is a code for a company called Dubby, which is a lovely streamer and endorsed, streamer powered almost energy drink and a rehydration thing.
Yeah.
The powders you mix up, it doesn't come in drink form. You have to mix them up. So go ahead and grab that code UglyMugs, UglyMugs, all one word. Shoot on over there, get yourself something cool, maybe get something for or someone for the upcoming holidays, and support the show.
And it's also good for pre-workout.
It is. I haven't done any of this stuff yet. We're currently not back to going to the gym. I'm going to lose the guns.
I just have them naturally.
I used to be naturally skinny. Now I'm naturally blobby. But once I do start getting back into it, I fully intend to go full on with the W.
Okay. All right. I just want to try the hydration one.
One of the things that's preventing us from going back to the gym is the kitty cat downstairs. We want to be home rather than spending extra hours out.
Fair enough. I mean, and also I understand why. There is a realm of understanding because I saw that little one. I've never.
She's eating more.
I know, but
that's good.
it's a slow recovery.
Yeah,
and that's fair. Oh, God, that must have sounded real cool. Skadoosh. Yeah, I did fix the image.
Did you just call me a douche?
Yes. I did fix the image.
I'm glad. I did notice it on our little one, on our big one. So I was like, okay, so it looks like you fixed it there, and I wasn't sure if you had fixed it for the other one.
Hell yeah, I did. Cool. All right. So over on the good old Humble Bundle, if you click the link down in the description and just use our link to just get yourself into it. Holy crap!
Really quick, let's preface this for anyone that's new.
Okay.
When you support Humble Bundle through the Humble Partner using our link, yes, we do get something that we then put back into Humble Bundle. So it all still goes to charity. The supporting us through Humble Bundle is still supporting charity.
Yes.
We're all about the charity when it comes to Humble Bundle.
Yes. And it's a recycle thing. There is a few games I want through Steam. I'm a broke bitch. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I fight for my money, but
everything I own is on payments.
But if you purchase something through Humble Bundle, you're getting a fucking great deal. You're helping out charities, which is this month is one of my favorite charities,
Keep talking.
Project Water. Or no, I'm sorry, Charity Water, which helps get water across this goddamn earth, even though we're covered in 73% of it now. That still baffles me that we're covered so much in water, but we're having a hard time getting clean drinking water.
Have you watched? I'm trying to figure out how to stop that.
The pinging?
Yeah. Have you watched Signs?
Yes.
Could you imagine being an alien coming to this planet and you can't handle water?
You step in that little puddle and just go, but over on the good old Humble Bundle, a minimum on average of 30% off. That's just off base. If you're already a part of the Humble Choice, you get an extra 10% on top of that. And it's not additional, or it's not like it takes on after. No, it combines with. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't do the 30% first and then 10%. No, it combines to make a 40% off, so you get a bigger deal. Yes! Also, hi, Socks. If hostile aliens couldn't handle salt, human society would be... Yeah, because we excrete salt.
We're also just salty bitches.
That too.
You come to my planet, try to kick me out of it?
Where would we go? I know
that Simpsons episode where the dolphins make us live in the sea.
But two really big sales right off the bat. Cyberpunk 2077, half off. That's $30 for Cyberpunk 2077. That is worth it. That is a great game, worth it. CD Projekt Red put on all their effort about it. Hi, Hemo. Gotham Knights Deluxe Edition, $43.99. I know that probably turned your inside like a little bitter about it.
Yeah, it's one of those things I don't mind supporting the game. I do wish I had gotten the deluxe edition just to get those nice costumes and whatnot, but I couldn't afford it at the time. Now I think you can actually buy them separate, though.
Oh, good.
I think.
Either the deluxe upgrade?
I could be wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's like it's more than the $10 though difference. So like you're still paying a little bit
like
more.
$12,
something like that.
Okay. I mean, if it's a little boost later on, hopefully, donate to the stream, subscribe, Twitch Prime.
I do not approve the message. He just fucking grunted.
Inscription, 40% off. Temtem is like a Pokemon. I don't want to call it a knockoff, but it's a knockoff. It's a knockoff.
Digimon's a Pokemon knockoff. They're all knockoffs.
They're all knockoffs. But it's pretty good. Sox gives her approval in the chat. Hollow Knight, $7.49. Persona 5 Strikers, which just came out not too long ago, $26.59 for the digital deluxe edition. Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition, $20. Spider-Man Remastered,
Remastered.
Yep, $45.
So, which is a big thing too, because this and the Miles game
just dropped, didn't it?
Yeah, they just dropped. I mean, I think this one dropped first, and then the Miles game, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
Just dropped a PC. They weren't PC before, because Sony doesn't normally do that.
No.
So it was kind of a big thing that Insomniac was able to move these to PC.
Mm-hmm.
My dream is still that one day they will stop bogarting Spidey and let him be on Xbox natively. The fact that I can't play Spider-Man in Avengers is kind of bullshit, but he is going to be in Midnight Sun even with the Xbox version. So
hell yeah, and I'm kind of curious about his costume. Have you seen it or no?
Yeah, it's kind of just like a, you know what? Honestly, kind of
like the
reminds
gold
me,
black thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it kind of reminds me of the one from whatchamacallit,
2099.
No Way Home.
I'll need to take a look at it. Tiny Tina's Wonderland Chaotic Great Edition, which is all of the stuff, $40. That's not bad. Friday the 13th, the game, 3 3/4.
I actually love that game. It has its issues, but it was also one of those things where they stopped being able to fix it.
Yeah.
Because of the lawsuits and whatnot. So it's one of those things. I own that game. I have friends that own that game. If anyone ever hits me up and goes, "Hey, you want to do a round of Friday the 13th?" Fuck yeah. But I don't just get on the game to play it because it takes too much to get people. And I got annoyed. I kept playing as a counselor. I hate playing as a counselor. You don't get to pick. It's randomly chosen.
No.
I finally got Jason. Went to do my first kill, and the fucking game crashed. That was the last time I played like with randos.
Okay.
So his Midnight Suns costume is... So we got this one here, which is pretty cool.
I wish there was a way we could just...
I mean, I can send it to
me,
and then you can pull it up.
Don't worry about it.
We'll look into it and see if there's a way we can do that in the future.
Yeah.
And then there's another look at it.
I'm okay with that.
It up a bit.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That actually looks really nice.
Yeah, so it's got a pretty cool Midnight Suns. I thought it was gonna be more like the Far From Home or No Way Home one, so I'm glad that it's this instead.
Okay, so Hemo, one of my good friends, is having I don't want to call it a mild rant about it, but is talking about Pokemon knockoff games, calling them Mon's game, and they're talking about Shin Megami Tensei, which I guess a Shin Megami Tensei would technically be prior to a Pokemon game, not by much. Yeah, I still would hold Pokemon on its own, though. I don't want to think about it too much, but...
When did Neopets happen? That was after Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Neopets? That was after Pokemon, right?
About the same. Yeah, it would be after, because 95, so about a little after. Because the age of internet was probably 2000s. Let's find out.
Do you know what a Mons is to be calling it that? It's a pocket monster.
Oh, okay. It means something. It means something overseas, probably, and we're not aware of that.
Ah, okay. While you're here, I'm going to tell you what to delete on your computer. No.
I was just looking up when Neopets was made. That's all I was doing. Here, I'll even do it in black screen. Don't worry. There you go. You'll never know.
How do I turn that off? You know what?
1999 was when
Seven,
Neil.
You fine? Damn. This is what I get for having new toys.
Yeah, Quincy got a new toy, and we're having a pretty good time with it.
Yeah, and it's going to really help with what we're trying to do with the future of the extension of the show.
Yes. It's going to be a slow build, but it'll be a good build. All right, back over to the Humberbundere. Night in the Woods, half off for $10. I recommend that. That is a great story.
That was one I downloaded when it was on Game Pass, and I never got around to it. I think they took it off.
They did. It's about a college student that decides to drop out of college and go back home, and nobody is happy about it, except for her best friend. That's it. That's the basis I will give anybody about Night in the Woods, because everybody has their own problems and everybody's growing up except for the one who dropped out.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Jackbox Party Pack 9.
I really liked the artwork in it because it was almost paper mache is not the word.
Papercraft.
Yeah, like not origami, but like cutting them out.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really
Paper
cool.
Mario.
Yep, kind of, yeah. And like their foxes and cats and stuff.
Yeah, animal.
It seemed like it was going to be really interesting, and I'm really bummed I never got around to it.
It's a good one. If it comes back on, hopefully it does. We've seen stuff come back onto Game Pass. Far Cry 6, 60% off for the Game of the Year edition, which is strange because that's still $48. That's a little bit pricey, but then again, if you're a fan of the Far Cry series, getting the Game of the Year edition already on a sale, getting all that extra DLC, I believe the Game of the Year edition comes with all the other DLC as well, so might be worth it. Red Dead 2 for the Ultimate Edition for $30. Not bad.
I never played 6. Have you played 6 yet for Far Cry?
No.
Okay.
I want to, but I got a lot on my plate right now. Days Gone for $20.
That's the actual single player, right?
Days Gone?
Yeah.
The zombie one?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I pre-ordered that. That was the last thing I ever pre-ordered at GameStop, and I never went and picked it up. And I bet you anything, a GameStop employee stole that $5 because it's been like 6 years.
Yeah, probably.
It hasn't been that long, but it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. Noita for $10 if you like. You know that falling sand game where you can combine different things and it'll like create like small explosions or grow things or
No.
No. Well, there's that, and then there's Noita, which takes it to an explanative level, and there's a multitude of different elements that can combine to create explosive features, and I like Noita. I'm glad that I got this game through. I think I got it through Humble last year on Black Friday.
Dune Spice Wars just came to Game Pass, and I want to check it out, but I think it's PC only.
Yes.
So if you don't have a Game Pass subscription, this would be your way to check this out. And so this is one of those like world builder things, but it's set in the Dune universe, where they're fighting over the spice.
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 Do you spice? Nioh 2, the
Use
complete...
Old Spice sometimes. Lauren
Well, actually, I take that back. I like Bear Glove.
Lauren,
and I actually like Wolfthorn.
Lauren uses it for like the gym and whatnot after a workout.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry.
Like when we shower at the gym.
Okay, I'm fine. I'm sorry. Nioh 2, the complete edition, which I like that one.
Have a nice
30.
Death Day. That's one I really want to play. So $11.99. That's a hell of a deal. That game looks so fucking fun.
It does look fun. It's very Hollow Knight-ish. Slime Rancher 1 for $5.
I tried. I didn't get into it.
Slime Rancher is something you need to not devote time to, but kind of... You're taking the afternoon off, and you have nothing in front of you. Slime Rancher is something to just climb into and just futz around. Speaking of Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster for $28.
One more thing on the Slime Rancher.
Oh.
And this is something I'm going to direct towards the chat because I feel like Sox will be able to react better to this. For me, I'm not saying anything against Slime Rancher, but if I'm going to play a game that style, I feel like Viva Pinata is a far more enjoyable version of that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, she loves Viva Pinata, and she's still hoping for the actual either next one or the bring up the
Yeah.
version.
I think they should just do a new one.
Huh?
Sox disagrees with me. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Completely
Different games. Okay. Neo, The World Ends With You, which if I had money, I would probably get this because I've always wanted to play The World Ends With You. I just never got around to playing it, and then I didn't have a 3DS anymore. Meh.
Guardians of the Galaxy, which, by the way, I do believe thanks to this game is one of the reasons why the Game Awards this year actually got a soundtrack section for the first time ever.
Oh.
This game was a fucking blast and only failed because it came from the same company that did the Avengers game, and so nobody trusted it. It later on got good sales later on, but it did not do well at first. This game is great. It's emotional. It's fun. It's got killer original music as well as a killer soundtrack. They actually have a band in it called Star-Lord that was from his childhood. They hired a musician to actually make an entire album for this fictional band.
I mean, it's similar to Doom, having two dudes make the whole music.
Yeah,
but I get your point.
But you're talking a full-blown lyrics and everything.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's an actual, like, it feels like an 80s hair metal fucking, or regular metal fucking album. It's great. I actually vastly enjoyed that game and will get a second playthrough from me.
Fair enough. If you have a VR headset, Boneworks is a pretty fun one. It allows you to craft, create, and destroy in, of course, first person, but in a way that there's a training room about 4 times the size of this one that allows you to, do monkey bar.
This is not a training room, just
no,
to be clear.
No, of course not, but it's just the best way I could really paint it for Quincy. You can do like the monkey bar thing, sidle against a wall, gun training. It has like 3D rendering within, so you can see if you hit something, if it breaks a bone. It's a very interesting and very well textured VR game. Almost up there with hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. Neon White, baller ass soundtrack, but confusing game. I couldn't get my head wrapped around it. I got it for free through someone.
You're a fan of Celeste, right?
I am a huge fan of Celeste. $5, worth every goddamn dollar.
That's kind of how I feel about Witcher Game of the Year Edition.
$10 for
$10?
and that's both DLCs.
Yeah, I mean that's literal hours.
Yes. Persona 5 Strikers regular. The Quarry, $35. That's the one we were talking about a little bit ago that I got confused on. Saints Row Platinum Edition. So I want to mention something. This game, Saints Row, got little hiccup of reviews. The fact that it's...
I only heard negative.
But through the good, it's like I'm having fun with the gunplay, but there are certain scenes that were weird. I want to get this game just because I feel like it's another Cyberpunk 2077.
It'll get better.
Terrible start, but it'll begin to get its roots because we saw those trailers. They looked fun. It looked great.
I'm a fan of the Saints Row franchise. 1's great. 2's fucking
2's baller.
Blast.
3
3's really good. The
yeah,
DLCs are a little wonky, but 3 itself is good.
Get
4's
Out of
where it
Hell.
goes to shit, and then Got Out of Hell is just 4 but with a new color.
Yes. 3 with a new color. 4 came after. Because Gat was already around in 4.
No. 4's the one where... So, spoilers. 4's the one where Earth gets destroyed, and we get Gat back from the aliens.
Okay. Then I didn't play 4.
Check the release date. So the problem with 4 is, you remember the DLC in 3 that gives you superpowers?
Yes.
The entire game of 4 is that.
Okay. Now I'm set. Now I'm set in row. Okay.
And that's why I didn't like it.
Spiritfarer, $7.50. If you want to cry, huh? Ghostwire. I want to try it. I want to play it. I looked at so many 4K videos of Ghostwire just because of how pretty it is, but I'm afraid I wouldn't divulge the time into it. If you've ever played My Time at Porsche, My Time at Sandrock, the direct sequel, $20. It's still in early access, but $20 for a humble launched game. Go pick it up.
I do find it really interesting. You've actually got a Switch game on here, so this is going to give you a digital code for a Nintendo Switch game. This is probably the cheapest you can get a fucking Mario game, honestly, because they never go down in price.
I actually just popped on there because remember when I told you about the getting the Nintendo subscription brought back onto my account?
Yeah.
I actually did a little bit of scouting because I was like, well, I kind of want the new Pokemon game, but I'll take a look at sale stuff. And I noticed there was a couple really high-end sales. There's Odyssey. Odyssey was on sale for half off.
I'll play Odyssey.
Oh, Odyssey's a good one.
So that's 3D World, Bowser's Fury?
Plus Bowser's Fury, which is the cool DLC where Bowser actually looks like a fucking boss. While you're looking that up, almost all the Yakuzas are fucking $5, $6, $7 for Yakuza 4, Yakuza 5. I love Yakuza 4.
So they're lowballing the price a bit there. They're saying it's $41.99. It is from the fact that it's currently on sale.
Over there too?
Over there too.
So this one supports charity.
Yeah, so $41.99 there, digital, supports charity, or $41.99 through Nintendo. I mean, it's the same thing. They're both digital.
Get it through our code. Give us the money to give back to charities. I want to help out charity water as hard as I can this year.
And if you're paying physical, you're paying $51.99 and not helping a charity. Don't get me wrong, I fully understand why you want to buy physical on the Switch because of the space issues.
I'm going to pause you right there. There is one way to do it physical. Amazon. Amazon Smile does it through charity.
Fair, but it's a very small percentage. It's
5%.
not like this.
You are correct, but
I'm a Smile member for the Michael J. Fox thing, and I have not generated shit for money in the 8 years I've been part of that.
Have you been buying things?
I buy stuff on Amazon.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Where do you think I get most of the shit I give you?
Fair enough.
Your birthday gift's coming from Amazon.
Fair enough. But for the time that we've my mother and I have been purchasing through it, we put up I think $600.
The company Lauren was supporting, like the charity folded, I think. So she had to select a new one, which was sad. But she had generated a decent amount for them.
Yeah, good. We're just gonna go a little bit more. If you happen to want to get the Witch Queen before the next season for Destiny is going to be the last season before Lightfall. So if you want to get caught up with Destiny 2, the Witch Queen, $20. You can just hop right in. It doesn't hurt anybody. If you do all the new light stuff, getting your abilities and then hopping right into Witch Queen, it's doable. They kind of scale it so that way you can get up to where endgame stuff right now. The only thing it doesn't really do is explain builds too much.
I'm still confused on both builds and how to properly use the weapon machine on Mars.
Okay, the weapon machine, I will admit, is a little confusing even for me, but I figured it out. I took a time out of my day. But as far as builds, it's easy. It's just simply getting what you're wanting to excel in, whether it's resilience, taking damage, whether it's mobility for you because you want to be able to dodge quicker, et cetera, being able to bring back your super with your intelligence. It's just trying to figure out how to get those into pieces.
And this is my weak spot in all video games. Right now, we're playing The Division 2.
Yes.
I am basing it purely off of, I've been using armor on this, and my build's pretty good. I'm happy with the way things flow. So unless I get a better piece that when it comes to the armor numbers, then I'm not switching it out. When it comes to my guns, unless the damage goes up, I'm not switching it out. Past that, like you're like, you gave me a piece of gear that I can't use yet. I still have it. I haven't gotten rid of it. I'm just not entirely sure I'm going to use it because I don't know how badly losing the numbers from the other thing are going to affect me because I never fully understand the building process of a character when it comes to these types of things in these games.
Okay. I'm only going to take 1 minute to really explain it.
Okay.
They added not too long ago, apparently, the recalibration station.
Yes.
You take old gear,
which I've been using in Division 1 very well. I have not used it all in Division 2.
Okay. With this one, you need to destroy pieces of armor that have the elements you want to take to your new pieces.
Uh-huh.
So you can take armor, like the armor stat, from an old piece and put it toward your new one. The only downside is, guess what? It costs fucking electronics, which is a bitch and a half to grind, but it's doable.
But here's my problem.
Go.
Say I have a holster that gives me I don't know what my holster set to. We will say it's a holster that gives me plus 10,000 armor.
Okay.
You're giving me a holster that does that special grenade thing.
Oh, the backpack, that the go bag that I gave you.
Yeah, we'll say it's on the holster just to keep going with.
Okay,
the
well,
thing.
so with that item, it's an exotic. You're not going to be able to move that over. It is locked to that. The only thing you're going to be able to change is the classification, whether it's the skill, armor, or weapon damage.
Okay, and so that's the thing. Like, that it's awesome that it does this cool grenade thing that it does, but now I'm losing this plus 10,000 of my armor that I've had.
So what you could do is you could take the 10,000 from the armor, throw it on the go bag.
But then I lose the grenade skill, don't I?
No. You put it on the go bag.
So it all stacks up together?
Kind of.
Okay.
You take the strongest piece of the old armor to put it into the new one.
Because what it is where it says +1 skill, and then you go and you look and it's a breakdown. Instead of that being there on the piece that I have now, is the plus 10,000 to armor.
Yeah.
It's not just the piece itself is a good armor piece. What's special about the armor piece I have right now is that plus 10,000 or whatever it is. So I'm wondering that because that's where the +1 skill goes. Is it gonna double up, or am I gonna have to lose one?
You have to replace it.
Okay. See, and that's where I get confused, and this becomes too much for me. Yes, giant turkey in the background.
Yeah. I would say bear it some patience. Once you start getting some actual what do they call it? Legacy armors, and maybe hopefully some more exotics, you'll be able to figure it out over the course of time. Because I hyperfixated. I ADHD'd that bitch. I made the game my bitch. I have 4 full sets of armor now in case I want to change up my build on the fly. I have one that's good for front tank. I have good for artillery striking. I have good for grenade launching, and I have good for just being an utter nuisance now.
By the way, the turkey's name is Tom.
Oh, I didn't know you named it.
So I was trying to come up with a name, and my mom said you should name it Tom because that's what your grandmother always called the turkeys. And I said, why did she do that? She goes, I don't know. Then I was talking to Lauren. She goes, male turkeys are Toms.
But one last little tiny tidbit about it. Once you begin to figure it out and you begin to build your stuff, you'll then want to... Wait, did you name your drone?
No.
Okay.
I think I named them back when I first played the game years ago. And I just don't remember what they are anymore. Because I think I named both the drone and the turret.
Okay. I named I now have a little healing ball that follows me. I named him Dennis.
He's a fucking menace.
He is a menace, but he heals, so...
He gets stuck on shit.
He gets stuck on shit, but he heals you through it. I don't give a damn. But back over one last thing, I noticed Ace Attorney, the great Ace Attorney, for $24.79. I heard the Chronicles, the one that takes you back to feudal. I heard was actually super nice.
So there's a game above that.
Oh, that's one.
I've played said game, the Conan Exiles. I've not played the complete edition, October 2021. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I played the regular free version of it. That hit Game Pass a while back. And my whole thing with it is it's not a terrible game. It's not great, but it's an interesting game. That being said, there's no way in hell I would pay $96.11 for this. And that's on sale. That's 36% off. I don't know what the developers of this fucking game are thinking. I know it probably comes with a bunch of in-game shit, but good. It's just...
it's online based. No.
It's not
$96.
No. Watch Dogs Legion isn't bad. It's not what I wanted from a Watch Dogs game, but it's not bad. What was the price on that?
For the Ultimate Edition, $30.
$30's not bad.
Yeah, 35%.
Yeah, that's not bad. House of Ashes, that's another dark picture thing. We haven't talked much about that one.
No.
15's probably not bad because they do decent stuff.
Yeah, I like their mocaps.
Yeah. Tina's Wonderland, $30. That's not bad. Tina's a blast, and it's all D&D themed.
Yeah. I talked about their the bigger one, 66% off.
Yeah.
So, just you could scroll down for literal years. Like it stops here. There are a lot more than this.
Yeah, you have to actually go to the rest of the website.
Yeah, this is just the featured. Fucking Scarlet Nexus. God, what a great anime Souls-like. If you want a Souls-like game, but you want a little bit of Trigun meets, I don't know what to fucking call it because it's so independent. It is very groovy, and kind of cringe, but in a pull the collar, but you're gonna be okay with it because it's kind of cool. Scarlet Nexus is the way to go. But
And then the last one down there I would have talked about was Doom Eternal, which
Oh,
is
fuck
currently
yeah.
$10.
The game of the year was 15 up here somewhere. But yeah, you can go through and literally pick this one apart. This is just the But speaking of Hemo was talking about Steel Rising and saying it was a Souls-like game, but with you play as a ballerina, a metal ballerina.
Interesting.
Wait a minute. Is this Bloodborne, but cooler looking? Is, Quincy, if you could do me a flavor, could you see if Steel Rising is on, Xbox?
Yep.
Appreciate it. While you do that, I'm gonna climb over here. I was just talking about VR, and if you have a VR headset and you want to still support charity, but also get a shit ton of games for only $12, the Black Friday VR Voyagers Pack kind of throws you into a whole shitload of really nice VR games. One of which is one that I know you would want to try called I Expect You to Die.
So it is. It looks like this one, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So it looks like it's on everything.
Okay, good. I might lean toward it if it's on sale.
On the
Socks
Xbox website, it's currently showing $59.99.
Socks says if it's got dolls in it, I'd rather die. Thanks.
Have you ever seen the Haunted Doll Island in Mexico? Might be Brazil. I think it's Brazil.
Okay.
Check that out. It is on sale. $32.49
On Xbox?
on Xbox.
I might.
That's the standard edition. The Bastille edition is not on sale.
Yeah, it's probably.
But the Bastille edition is $60
Oh.
because the regular version of this game is $49.
Okay. Well, then I'll probably put it on a credit card. But the VR thing, I Expect You to Die puts you in the body of a secret agent that's tied down, and you only have what's in front of you to escape.
Secret Agent
Man. And then, of course, there's the A Fisherman's Tale, which puts you in the body of kind of like a overseer that's keeping an eye on a fisherman. The Curious Tale of Stolen Pets, I don't know very much about, but, I mean, put in a VR, and I'm already happy. Shooty Fruity. Shoot Fruit.
No, you're talking stealing pets. That makes me sad.
Yeah, it does make me sad. Hopefully you get to figure it out.
Seek some revenge.
The Wizard's Dark Times. This one was one of the early ones that I think this is the sequel. Don't quote me.
I'm quoting him.
That's fine.
It's
where
already out
you
there.
basically spell sling and yada yada.
That sounds kind of cool.
Sorrento VR, which is kind of a first-person, fast-paced, slashy, super hot VR.
Stabby.
A stabby, shooty, but in slow-mo. Until you fall. I believe this is the one where you get two big old blades and you just hack stuff. And it's from the team behind I Expect You to Die.
I expect you to die.
Yes, that's a joke.
That's the joke.
That's the joke. But all this for $12 helps out Special Effect, which is a charity that is UK-based that helps out with all peoples with disabilities play video games. Because nobody should be left out from playing these very specific and beautiful video games. Those, whether in the hospital, hospice, or just in a rehabilitation center that says, hey, I want to play that, but I don't have the ability to. This helps them be able to play that to the same benefit as us.
That's one of the things.
Or better.
That's one of the things I've absolutely loved about the controller stuff that Xbox does. They've built those really interesting controllers that are meant for people with disabilities to be able to play on them.
Speaking of which, did you send me that?
No, I couldn't find a good thing for it.
Oh, fair enough then. Well, I'll just mention it later. But back when I was at EVO, I think it was I want to say it was 2010 was the last one I was at.
No, I've never gone.
No?
No.
Oh, it's a hoot and holler. But when I was at EVO, there was a gent with one arm. He made it to top brackets. I was already knocked out at the time. But I was sitting there and I was like, damn. I wasn't awestruck that he, was getting top bracket without the arm. I was surprised that he was just top bracket at all, just because he overcame a disaster, something that would stop many people to do way better than me.
Dude, this guy's out there doing shit I can't do with 2 arms. Like, I can't play fighting games.
Yeah,
I fucking can't.
I miss my old fight stick. But yes, go help out charities. Also, Hemo has one last little tidbit. Trails in the Sky has, been mentioned on the screen, but all of them are on sale through the Humble Bundle, and Goon really liked the Trails in the Sky, the Steel Wind. I don't know what the little aftermath of it was. Go check them out. And then Elden Ring. How much was it?
Elden Ring. That I have right here. So currently through Walmart's website, I'm not guaranteeing you're gonna get it if you walk in store, because Walmart does a lot of only on site, and make sure when you're on the Walmart website you're buying it from Walmart and not a second party, third party, whatever. Through Walmart, Elden Ring is currently $35 and available for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and the Xbox.
Both Series and one?
It just said Xbox, but I'm going to assume, because there isn't an XS version of this, is there?
Yeah.
There is?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it doesn't matter. You probably just buy it and it upgrades.
Okay.
Because they use the same disc.
They do.
So it's just Xbox, and then it does the XS update when you buy it, when you hook it up. Warm?
A little
Got
bit.
the fan on?
Nah.
Okay.
Just gonna remove the hat. Let my ears dry out. So I like Fall Guys as a concept. I like it as a little screw around thing. If I ever
streams.
It's great for streams. This would actually get me. There is a thing in their season pass, number 52 and 53, and a little bit prior. I fucking love it. It is all Ultraman themed. From 49, 52, and 53. It's all of Ultraman's themes.
The funny thing is, this isn't even the first thing you freaked out about on this list.
No, it wasn't. But I'm still happy. They had they just re-released the Godzilla ones.
That would get me excited.
Yeah, they just they re-released it, and they did the 3 with Gamora.
Nice.
So I'm like, fuck you guys. Gamora, yes. Did I say Gamora?
You said Gamora.
Oh. Not her. Not her.
I learned something else. You can scratch it out.
But if you want to go check out, some YouTube channels have it. The Battle Pass showcase of what's to be released. There's a SpongeBob skin. There's a Kraken skin. The ugly, what is it called? Left Shark. I
don't even know.
They got the ugly left shark. The first thing you get when you unlock it
is the one you get excited about.
It's fucking Cthulhu, which is Cthulhu.
So I'll show you a text.
Okay.
I was annoyed. The shipping for this didn't make sense.
Okay.
And so I sent it to James and Sean because they work for FedEx.
Oh yeah.
And it's going through FedEx, and they don't work for FedEx, but they work with FedEx.
They work for, and
so I sent them this because I was like, how does this make sense? It started in Fort Worth, Texas. It went to Irving, Texas. Then it went to fucking Tennessee. But it's supposed to come here. And it's supposed to send within a day.
Yeah.
And it worked. It was here by like 1 o'clock.
I love it.
But he said, James's response was, as long as you get your package, it doesn't have to make sense. LOL. Do not upset the old ones with your questions. And so I responded with Cthulhu. Just.
Yeah, I've seen that gif. Dark Maw, a good old crawler. Art thou feeling it now?
Art thou feeling it now?
That is literally a nickname bottom piece, and I'm just like, the guys who developed this game did a lot of really nice handshakes, and I am appreciative for it. And then you get the SpongeBob stuff at rank 100, and I mean, it looks kind of creepy. The SpongeBob one looks a little weird to me, but I understand why it does.
It's either that SpongeBob ate this guy, or it's that this guy skinned SpongeBob and was wearing him. Are there so
Big,
are
meaty claws.
So they're fall guys. Are there fall gals? And are there fall non-binaries?
I think that's what it is, because guys can technically be considered non-binary. So
Okay.
I think that they don't have a gender as full as.
I'm not offended, nor can I be as a cis person.
Yeah.
I was curious.
Okay. Because it's like, hey, what's going on, guys? And it's a group of people. So I think it's the amorphous.
I think some people get upset about that, though.
Well, I'd let them be upset. I don't understand the anger between me associating everyone with guys, because that's what I do. I've done it for the last 12, 14 years. Yeah, what's going on, guys? Because it's guys in.
I mean, I don't mean it in a gender-based way when I say it,
I don't either.
but I'm curious.
Hmm.
I'm trying to understand. I want to understand.
I also want to understand, but I don't think I would be able to change that part, because that's just I've ingrained that.
We missed something when we were looking at this earlier for you.
Not mad, just a little frustrated. I want to try it though. So Evil West released not too long ago, and it's getting some good reviews, and I'm leaning toward getting this. This is a good looking game. It kind of reminds me of Remnant from the Ashes, but with a goddamn fresh coat of paint. It's dark, it's gritty, it looks like it has really nice gunplay. I believe this one was the one that had the requisite tweet of, this is set before Mothman. Do you want to see what comes before?
That's not a terrifying concept at all.
That is not a terrifying concept. It's actually a really cool one.
You say really cool. I sit
Yeah.
here and go,
Yeah. But I've watched a lot of gameplay on Evil West, and it does look like a big old barrel of fun. It looks like technology kind of creeped its way into this Western theme, and I'm here for it. The only downside is I'm a little scrapped for cash right now.
Well, you know, if someone buys Pocky, I'm not going to do that. I'm not. That's one of the problems I think that there is nowadays. Like, we want to support so many game companies, especially the smaller ones.
And this
A
is
lot of
from
people are coming
Focus.
I love Focus too.
I love Focus.
And a lot of people are coming out with such great ideas and whatnot. But as the price of games go up, it gets more difficult. And I'm waiting for the day that game companies understand that. I'm not saying you're not worth it. I just realized that entire time. I was like, why can't I see my hand? Because it's
Off screen.
yeah. I'm not saying that they're not worth it, the work they're putting in. They just have to understand where their consumers are at financially. And that's why something like Game Pass is so amazing.
Yeah, because it gives you all that you're wanting to play, and then some. And it just basically says, just as long as you can keep up with it monthly, that's it.
it's a good deal.
It's a good deal. It's just, it depends
And
on
I
where
understand that not everybody can do it.
you're at. Right. So before we hop into the up, Microsoft has announced a 17, which is an odd number to me, 17-year anniversary Xbox Series controller that replicates the Xbox 360 controller.
I was a little bummed trying to find images because they haven't released an image yet. So everything out there is the original controller. And I know it's going to look. Even the one IGN had is a photo of the original controller.
Hold on.
350.
Yes.
I need about 350.
I need a battery. God dang it, Loch Ness Monster. For the...
So at this point, I realized this Girl Scout was
Oh, shit.
7-story tall crustacean from Paleolithic era.
It looks a little oblong. It does look a little strange,
Tell
but
you, they haven't released a photo of it.
I saw it yesterday when I was telling you about it.
Yeah, the IGN one I saw, it's not it.
No, it was it because it had the little share button in the middle.
Did it?
The one that I saw.
Because the one I saw still had the big blocky button in the middle.
Yes. Found it.
That is not what IGN posted.
That is not.
That's just a regular white controller. That's just a regular controller. That's not a 360 controller at all.
No, it isn't. It's supposed to have this little bend in the middle. Where?
Hold
I'm
on.
not gonna.
I'm searching their Twitter right now, so I can show you.
Meow.
That?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't notice the share button before.
Yes.
So, okay. There is a photo, but IGN hasn't. We can't use that because they've got their IGN watermarks.
Thanks, Jen.
But, okay. You know, if it was the darker of the controllers that they launched, I would get it. It being this one, I'm not feeling it as much.
Okay. But shoe news. So, as I hinted before, we talked about some of their shoes before. It was the Joker Reeboks and in the stellar purple. But this is a whole DC line that they released.
Yes. In fact, I have prices, which is always a problem for some reason on these.
Oh, hey. This one glows in the dark. Is this the Batman one?
I think it is. That looks really cool.
No, it's just doesn't really look too Batman-y. Unless you're looking
That's not Batman.
Oh, that's not Batman?
What is that?
I don't know.
So the options are Superman, which that's not. Batman, Joker, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, Lex Luthor. That's Lex Luthor.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Because he's got the kryptonite power source.
Yeah, the crack. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so the Lex Luthor ones glow kryptonite green. That's fucking awesome.
And then
there's Superman.
The Man of Steel. These are the ones that were meant for Shaquille O'Neal because it's the Man of Steel.
Yeah, they're still Shaq's.
They're still Shaq's, but it's fucking hilarious.
Have you ever seen his? Did you ever watch his episode of Cribs?
Yeah.
His bed's shaped like the symbol.
Yeah.
He's got the symbol in his car.
He's crazy about it. They look like kids' school shoes. A little bit. Hang on, let me go back over to them. Yeah, a little bit, a little Skechers-ish.
Start at the beginning, and I'll run down the prices as we go by each one.
So
Lex is first.
No, I believe. I believe Superman was the first one. Superman was the first one.
Okay, Superman.
Yep.
So the Superman ones are $180.
Okay, and they're pumps.
The Wonder Woman's.
Ooh, I kind of like the Wonder Woman ones.
Yeah.
It's the new costume.
You know what? You know what's weird? Is I never realized until now. Wonder Woman's look is kind of Iron Man-y.
A little bit.
Or Iron Man's look is kind of Wonder Woman. It just depends. And Wonder Woman was around first. So yeah. So the Wonder Woman's are $150.
Okay.
Those are the Nano X2.
Okay. The Batman's. Ugh.
I hope that comes off.
I hope that one can come off too.
It's the arm guards, and it looks bad.
It doesn't look bad, just looks clunky. Looks big. If they were flat against the shoe, would you be okay?
I'd be more into it then.
Okay, because that's what I'm thinking.
So the Batmans are the LX2200s, and those are $110.
Do the Batman's ones have a spot for those croc badges?
No, just what it is it's the bullet holes from his parents.
I can't keep doing this, man. It's bad enough.
It's fat enough.
Fake
we're
knife.
We're on stream.
But I was going to talk about it, but I think I'm going to watch part 2 before I actually talk about it. But I did watch part 1, and I really liked it. So I'll talk about it when I watch
Did you watch all
part
the way to the end? Because
yes,
I jumped on HBO Max and it was showing that you were halfway through, and I was like, bitch, did you even watch the whole thing?
No, I did.
Okay.
I did. Up until the very ending where... spoilers for it, and I recommend that you watch it. It's actually really good.
And read it. Dark Knight Returns is fucking phenomenal.
It is. It is Hush levels for me. It is actually really good. Whoever does a lot of writing for Batman, I need to start leaning toward Batman a little bit more, because I've been taking him for granted, because I'm always like, this just feels whatever. This feels the same. This feels blah. And then you spat back at me. It's just like Punisher. I'm like, but Punisher, when he handles the shit he handles, it also kind of tolls on him. When Batman does the same shit, it's just a guy with a mental disability in a costume. No, now I'm kind of seeing that there's a parallel between the two.
Yeah.
They're a little different because Batman refuses to do it up until Returns. Because when Returns happens, you can see that he's finally saying, "I'm gonna hurt people now."
Yeah. Sock says, I don't think I've ever seen Batman or Spider-Man movie. I can run you down the list of which ones are best to watch depending on what you want from the character. As far as I'm concerned, there's very few bad Batman things out there. Don't watch Batman vs. Superman or the Justice League movie. I haven't seen the Justice League movie, so I can't pass judgment. Do not watch Batman vs. Superman. It's not good.
I would say if you want your first one, as far as, I will gladly rewatch Long Halloween Part 1 and 2.
So the problem with Long Halloween Part 1 and 2 is the endings are different. And
it ticked you off, but I like both of them on their own. They're both fine, but I understand why you're mad.
The problem is that ending is very un-Batman. It is very... He would not allow that to happen. He wouldn't stand there and watch it happen and just let it happen. It's
You're right.
very un-Batman.
You're right.
And so it sells you, as your first material going in, it sells you a false Batman.
Okay.
If you ask me. And so I don't think it's a good first for people.
Okay.
It depends if you want animated, if you want live action. If you want live action, just start with 89 and just do the Michael Keaton one. It's not his fault.
I know it isn't, but it's still funny.
Yeah.
Or Hush.
Hush is great.
Hush is great.
Under the Red Hood, the original.
I've
Under
not
the
seen
Red
it
Hood.
yet. But I back over to my thing of part one when insert character here here's on the TV and he just darling. But great. It's what if Batman just decided to put back on the cape and mantle and keep going?
So it's not really a spoiler because it's not a big thing. Did you get to the part with? I don't know if it's in part 1 or part 2. Did you get to the part with Selena Kyle?
No.
Okay, so it's part 2. It's not a big thing.
Okay.
You briefly see Selena.
Oh.
And it's a very sweet moment of Bruce and Selena. And it's kind of one of like those nicer moments of Miller's writing. So when you watch 2, we'll talk about that scene.
Miller takes very good care of his ladies, I've noticed. Because all the ladies get kind of the hard pushes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Read Watchmen. That's Miller.
Sin City 2. Dame to Die For.
I didn't see it.
It's a good one.
I've been meaning to.
It's one of my favorite movies.
I'm not against it. I haven't gotten to it.
I mean, to be fair, Sin City 1 was a rough movie. But moving on. Oh, God. Okay, they look detachable?
So, which ones are these? These are the
Harley's.
ones. I do not like these
Because it is the Daddy's Little Monster design, which is not a design I've ever liked for Harley.
I was very neutral to it, but when I saw Suicide Squad with you guys, and
But she's not Daddy's Little Monster.
It's not. But it kind of ebbs and flows with it because she's grown up past it. I would have preferred that one, like her in the red dress after breaking out of that jail cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like that
So
one.
these ones are the freestyle highs. These are $100.
And something tells me these have been in development for a long time.
Probably, especially since it is using a movie that is like generally hated and not talked about anymore. Also, the other thing Sox had mentioned, Spider-Man movies. Just start with the first Tobey Maguire. Understand that shit gets weird with 3 because the studio got involved.
And then would you say Garfield one good or bad?
They're enjoyable.
They're enjoyable.
He makes a really good Spider-Man. He makes a weird Peter.
Because he's not that awkward, quirky kid.
Toby makes a really good Peter. He makes a weird Spidey.
Because he doesn't quip.
And then you got Tom Holland, who kind of does both really well.
Does both really well, but
I feel like he's in too big of a world right now.
Well, now he's in a small world.
That's why I'm really excited for the potential of the next 3 films of him being Friendly Neighborhood, not Friendly Save the Universe.
Which I'm very curious if they're going to... I want Rhino. That's all I want.
Rhino's
one of my favorite Spider-Man villains.
We see Rhino for 2 seconds at the end of Garfield's second one.
Really?
Yeah, because he...
Okay, wait. Holland, but I want the Holland one then.
So spoilers, he arrests Alexi at the beginning of the movie, and so then the final scene before credits hit is him getting ready to fight Alexi with Alexi in the big suit. It's a big robotic one based off the Ultimate Universe. And Alexi is... Did you see... I can't think of the actor's name right now. Do you remember the movie Big Fat Liar?
While you're looking...
Yeah, talk about the shoes.
There's not really much to say. And then the Joker's ones with the corduroy that's on the front. I still like these. I would wear these. And then back over to the Lexus.
And then, sorry, the last ones were the Jokers.
Yeah, the Jokers.
The Jokers are the Club C 85, which are 110.
Okay.
And the Lex Luthors are the Workout Plus, which are 100.
100 for those?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
So yeah, a couple of them were fair priced.
Yeah, fair price. Okay, I mean, the Reeboks. Reeboks are great, and at that value, why not? While you're looking that up still, the second set of shoes, Sox hates those fuzzy ones, but these ones I would actually wear. The Grinch and the Adidas Forums are stealing Christmas. I like the Forums. They look like they're very comfortable for wider feet like mine, and at $120, these aren't too bad. They're a little premium, but I can see why. Cute box, cute tassels, cute little keychain that comes with it, with the Grinch holding up an ornament with the Adidas logo on it. And little ornaments that can adorn the shoelaces.
Yeah, little charms to lace the shoelaces through.
Yeah, I like these shoes. And Sock says in chat, weed cat shoes. Kind of a little sprigatito.
Yeah, there's going to be a certain group of people that definitely want to buy these. So Paul Giamatti plays Alexi in it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Him in a big fucking suit?
Well, CGI'd, but...
Well, of course, but that'd still be kind of fucking cool.
So...
Oh, never mind.
And this is a okay photo, but it's a very last-minute scene because he defeats him as a regular criminal at the beginning of the movie.
No, I want like just a Juggernaut-style head with a fucking huge horn. Because isn't the horn stolen tech that is almost borderline adamantine?
I'm sure it depends on the universe.
I mean, I just want a good rhino. Someone who's just says, "You want to stop me? Stop me. Can't? Well, then I'm going to go through you." I love that shit.
Yeah, so it's based off of the Ultimate Spider-Man Rhino, which is like that. That's from the bad video game.
Let me see the first one.
That's not.
I like that.
That's not really correct to how he is in the Ultimate Universe.
I know, but I like it.
I mean, I think he'd be fine just doing the classic one. I don't know why it has to be a big mech. It can just be a really big guy.
Big guy
with a big horn that gets stuck in a suit.
Yeah, or just a big guy with a weird thing on his head. Fuck it.
Here you go. This is more like him in the regular comics.
Oh yeah. Give me. I'm so happy they gave him that cheesy face for the figure.
Although I will say they did do him well in the Spider-Man games. This is.
I like that.
Which is like a suit.
I like that actually. It looks kind of like a mech suit, but it looks more form-fitting instead of big. That I love.
Yeah. Just big muscle-bound monster.
Yeah.
With a horn.
Yeah. Okay.
They're a little too into the techie stuff sometimes, I think. Like, not everybody needs a Tony Stark suit.
No. Skadoosh. So, over on Indiegogo, haven't really seen very many good things come out of Indiegogo, but I'm glad that this is one of the few things that I would enjoy to talk about. What was your first computer you've ever dabbled with?
It was a Gateway.
It was a Gateway? Oh, was it one of those freebie, never obsolete ones?
I don't know about that. I remember we actually went to the Gateway store. Like, Gateway had stores. It was 2000. We went and picked one up.
Okay, so...
Brought the cow box home, set it up.
Okay, then yeah, it was probably one of those freebie ones that if you did the rebates, you would get your whole entire money back. It just took the course of time, of course. And you had to have a tier service with an AOL knockoff. I think Netscape. Don't quote me on that. Please don't quote me on that. But in having something that can be as cool as, it's just a charger block. That's all this really is. But it can charge up your notebooks, your laptops, your phone, your iPads at alarming speeds, and it adds a little homage to the Apple II, or I think it goes further back.
No, this is the Mac 35, I think.
Okay, so it predates the no, it's predates that.
Click continue reading. Retro 35 charger. Yeah, it's the 35.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So this is one where it was purely shoving the chips in. They weren't floppies, but they were essentially floppies. They had a different name, but you had to load those in and run the program because this could only run what was on there. There was no operating system per se
because the RAM sticks couldn't hold it. Fucking 20. I think it had 24 megabytes of RAM, and that just boggles my fucking woggle that we're at a time and a place where our silicone chips are handling literal terabytes.
This has a fucking M1 in it.
Really?
Yeah, these come
I mean,
with one M1s now.
It acts like it does. I like that thing. I was drawing on it for a good 10 minutes before stream, and I'm like...
One of the reasons why the stream launched late.
yeah. I was doodling on it, and I was like, "Fuck the stream, I'm gonna draw," and I was drawing a Egyptian style Calera style symbol for like an eye piece with a little bit of like edge runners in the side, and I was like, "Oh, I like this. Oh, I like this. Oh, I really like this," and I kind of lost track of time. Sorry, but I really do like this. If I had a full desk setup that didn't have Aurora being the main focus, I would actually like this. I would really enjoy having this thing on my desk somewhere, just giving me a nice little smile while charging up. Did you name your phone?
No.
Okay.
I go through phones too much.
Do you know what I named my phone?
Toucan Sam.
No, it's a standard name.
Sally.
Scotty.
Scotty.
Beam me up.
Give her all she's got, Captain.
Yeah, I have nicknamed my
Get down.
my dolly little Edge Runners themed. Like, look, it's fucking. Oh, you can barely see it.
Spacing on the guy's name. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Hmm?
Roy? Something Roy. He played the Oompa Loompas. It was just him. Played the Oompa Loompas in...
Oh, the normal size guy that got kind of sized down.
No, he's not normal size.
Oh, he's not.
Oh. Sorry, normal size is the wrong word.
Oh.
He's a little person.
Yes.
I can't think of his name. Deep Roy. He's the little person that played the Oompa Loompas in the Tim Burton one. He's the little guy that keeps getting yelled at to get off of things by Scotty in the Star Trek movies. The alien.
Oh,
The prosthetics.
God.
We made a Scotty reference, and it was like, oh, I have Scotty knowledge, kind of.
Kind of. But I like this thing. It's almost the size of a quarter, which is kind of impressive because that's a 35-watt output.
It's also quite cute.
Yeah, it is quite cute. Glows with a happy little smile. Normal charging, fast charging, and supercharging.
Supercharge.
Supercharge. And it comes with little stickers that you can put on there. Huh.
So that you can change out what it is. I'd
Yeah.
probably do the rainbow.
I do. Panda.
No, you got to get one of those ones that where, depending on where you're standing at, the image is different, and have it be like all the different variations of the dancing baby.
Oh God, that's too old for me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta. See,
Did I just
there's
age myself?
yes, but there's things that I would go back and grab. There are things that I would leave, find the owner of, smack them, make sure that they don't make it, and then continue on my way back. A C2C cable, 100-watt C2C cable. Jesus Christ. Okay, no more looking at it. But
How much is it? Because
it's 56 for two of them.
56 for two of them,
29 for one. That's not bad. It's a little pricey, but then again, it is a 35-watt output. Strong, but they are done for as far as you would have to purchase them, I believe, on their own website that they've launched
Yeah, it's,
post-Humus.
I don't know that it's.
that. I think there's also the other one. Scroll all the way up.
All the way up.
Yeah. Share Geek. I think they launched. Yeah. There you go. Shar Geek.
Shargeek. There he is.
Yeah. So that's where you can get it. And they're doing a Black Friday sale, so he is $44.99 right now.
That's still a little pricey. I mean, it's also after the Indiegogo thing. The Indiegogo thing is for the backers who actually put up for it. Holy crap! I would actually get this. 100-watt output, 3 USB-Cs and 1 regular USB-A? Sure.
By the way, I was told Tom is disappointed. I don't know. Are we talking Thomas Wayne? In the chat. It was about my Batman joke, I think.
Oh.
And so I'm just curious if it was Thomas Wayne or not. So.
Tom the Turkey is disappointed.
Oh, Tom the Turkey is disappointed.
Yes.
Tom the Turkey doesn't get to be disappointed.
You have a story on this? I don't know about this one.
So,
Yes,
Yeah.
you do. I texted you about it. Man on the left is Bob Iger.
Oh, yes.
The man
yes.
on the right is the other Bob. That's why I will refer to him as. The other Bob took over Disney a while back, and then pandemic hit. He never really took the job over. Bob Iger kind of kept doing everything. And then Iger finally left. Another Bob took over and proceeded to do things like raise the prices on Disneyland tickets, make fast passes cost, launch all these rides that you had to pay extra to do for, raise the price of food, That's just on the Disneyland side of things. He's the guy that was running things when there was big walkouts. The Disney Plus has been kind of questionable with its new prices and its ad features. Not saying that some of these weren't already planned things, but a lot of the shit went down under Second Bob's tenure. Second Bob, the other day, it was announced immediately is no longer the CEO, and Bob Iger is back in. Bob Iger is back to running Disney. This is the guy that brokered the he brokered the Marvel deal. He brokered the Star Wars deal. He brokered the Fox deal. He was the guy that was the CEO when Disney Plus launched.
It's almost like he's a good guy.
Yeah, he worked at ABC and worked his way all the way up to the top of ABC. Then ABC was bought by Disney and worked all the way to the top of Disney. I don't know. I don't get into the whole CEO thing, but I can tell you that
He has a mind for business.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, what does it matter who's the CEO of a big billion-dollar corporation? And then sometimes, every now and then, there's a CEO like Second Bob or like Eisner or something like that, where it's like, ooh,
we don't like that.
Yeah, maybe it does matter who's in that chair.
And especially when you realize all of these strong accolades are from one person, you then begin to realize.
I mean, he's got teams of people. But,
of course,
yeah.
but he's the one leading those teams.
Yeah.
He's like, well, we can talk this out. And then he begins to have a well-structured plan to get these things. Because where would Star Wars be right now? Where would Fox be right now? Where would any of the things he has helped produce, make, plan, where would any of those be without him?
So I feel like Fox would have been bought out by someone else. I feel like Fox wanted to sell.
You think it would have been
Probably would have been Sony, or it would have been Paramount. But I don't know if Paramount has that liquidation.
Ooh.
So it probably would have been Sony.
Is MGM still kicking?
MGM was bought by Amazon.
Was it really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
So Amazon will be the king of Bond now. They
Yeah.
also own things like Tom and Jerry now because of it.
I like Tom and Jerry.
Universal or Warner Brothers could have bought it, but I don't know if they're necessarily in the market to buy a company right now. Like, I don't know if they actually want to buy any of these other companies.
I like Tom and Jerry.
Oh, I like Tom and Jerry too.
Wait,
I'm not saying anything negative.
does that mean they're not going to be showing on Cartoon Network anymore?
I mean, it depends on what the deals are. They might still. But MGM owns Tom and Jerry. They may not own the rights to the old cartoons or anything, but I think they own the rights to the characters because originally it was Metro Gold Media. Is media the word? Metro Gold Movies?
Gold Myers?
Metro Gold Myers. Yeah. That was MGM. So
I
that
know
was
a
the
couple
company.
things.
Blind squirrel nut. That was the company that did Tom and Jerry and whatnot. So as for Star Wars, I feel like Lucas would have sold it to someone. It's just he wouldn't have gotten the money he deserved for it. I'm not even sure he got the money he deserved for it still, based off what Disney did pay.
Do you think Iger really sold it home that he was going to take care of it?
Maybe. It could just be that George wanted out, because the reality is George Lucas never made another Star Wars movie and sold the company because fans of Star Wars are assholes and treat them like shit.
Jar Jar Binks was an atrocity, and I stand by it.
You say the word gatekeep, and the first thing I think of is Star Wars.
Second thing I think, but it
What's
is
your first?
My first would be an old internet comic called Homestuck. It has one of the worst Dota 2 League is up there too, but they're not gatekeep. They just don't want to teach anyone because they're lazy.
The other thing is we're talking
big company versus
we're talking
community.
something that transitions like Dota 2. Yeah, that's good. And sucks his neck beard. Dota 2 is a good thing because it's good representation of gatekeeping in that media. Star Wars is one of those ones that you get the gatekeepers in every fucking media. You've got the fucking Legends people who just go ape shit and no, the books are the greatest thing ever. And it's like Lucas even went against the books. Calm the fuck down.
I think I got one. I have one community that doesn't gatekeep. Because they have no right to build. I mean, they have no right to do it because they build.
Yeah.
Lego.
Yeah. I mean, Every now and then you get a douchey Lego guy that's like, you're using illegal build mods, and it's like, shut the fuck up. People are building Legos. But for the most part, yeah.
Legos is creativity at its finest. It is literally I used to build little spacecrafts out of fucking lung blocks, and it would look like a fucking X-wing flattened. Like it looked fine.
I won't say Justin gatekeeps, but I remember a time where Justin was very mad at Star Wars in almost a gatekeepy fashion. I'm using it as an example. I'm not attacking you.
I know, and I know exactly when you're talking about, and that was only because I felt let down.
They killed something you loved.
I enjoy the 4, 5, 6. Great movies. And then I watched 1 and 2, and I did not watch 3 until you showed it to me for the cast.
This isn't what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and then I was like...
this isn't what I'm talking about.
This is not what you're talking about.
No, but finish your line. So you watched 3 because of the cast.
Watched 3 because of the cast, and then we did Solo and Rogue One, and I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, Rogue One is
phenomenal. And then I was like, okay. And I started getting into the media a little bit, looking at a few things, and then I saw the trailer for Visions.
Does Noodle have bones?
And I was like, ooh, this is good animation. And then I watched one episode of Visions, a random one. I
still haven't watched it.
The one episode I saw, holy shit!
I want to watch the Samurai episode.
That's the one.
That's the one you watched.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I was sweating.
No. I remember the day Disney announced that the extended universe was no longer canon. That continuity was 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and the Clone Wars cartoon, the George Lucas ran Clone Wars cartoon. I remember you getting mad, and I remember where we were at, but that's a whole other thing just because my brain works weird. Force Unleashed.
Okay.
You hit the roof, and I understand why. I get it. You hit the roof because that means Starkiller is no longer canonical.
And I actually had a really good statement stating on how it could have happened, how it had to. It was perfect in the timeline.
Yeah.
Where was the problem? And they actually made it sound great. And then both games, 1 and 2. Sure, 2 was a little shaky toward the end, but it was such a good, gripping story. And then I played Battlefront 2 at the time, the old one, not the new one.
Yeah.
And it was like,
okay.
It was okay. It was a fine little thing. And I'm like, there are times when games need to be considered games and not have the tie-ins. Because if it was just random space shooter game and didn't have its ties into Star Wars, I think I would have enjoyed it a little bit more, oddly enough.
Yeah.
But then you look over at Force Unleashed 2, KOTOR. I didn't play a lot of KOTOR 2, but my statement stands. Those are gripping games. Those are great games. Stick to the fucking story.
Fallen Order's amazing.
Fallen Order, I need to finish.
Fallen Order for me, story-wise, is amazing.
Yeah.
I wanted more in the game. I felt like I kind of breezed through it. I kind of whooped that game's ass.
They killed.
There's no DLC, stuff like that. So I felt like, and that game is canon. But
which baffles my fucking mind.
So what it was that they didn't want to sit there and try to figure out everything that is canon. Because like I said, even Lucas went against if there's certain shit that if you read it or whatnot, that Lucas's Clone Wars cartoon goes against that fucking legend stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And so it's like, how does that work? And so Disney would have had to literally sit down and go, this isn't, this is.
And that would have taken too long. So
it's easier to just go, the 6 movies and the cartoon.
And then the following 3 and the
2 spin-offs.
And the second cartoon, the Bad Batch, and then
final season of Clone Wars that they did.
And then Visions.
And
then the couple books that were written in between those.
Yeah, the books that they've released now.
And
one
the comic.
video game. All the comics. Ever since Marvel started doing the comics after Disney purchased, those are all canon.
Yeah. It's just like what you like, but I'm mad that it's not canon. The end.
Yeah. Some games are meant to be community games. Some are not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think. I'm like, what's a good? Because the Doctor Who community is fucking toxic.
The Doctor Who can be because they were mad.
Here's a girl in our sandbox.
Yeah. I can't think of another one that isn't mad. Like Lego is probably one of the ones that have minimal.
Okay, so it's a really small thing.
Okay.
But the fans are never gatekeeping. They're excited to bring you into the fold. It's the non-fans that are the problem because they get so shitty about it. Friends.
Oh.
It's a really small thing because it's just one TV show. You know, it doesn't branch into a billion other things. But if you talk to a fan of the show, they're just like, "Oh yeah, I love the show. Have you watched the show?" Like they're happy. And then you get the person that hates the fucking show and is like, "No, it wasn't good. It is terrible."
How many awards did it win? Fuck off.
Putting that to the side, because plenty of bad things fucking win awards. Red Dead fucking winning an award for best fucking shit when your horse's balls go up now. But when it comes to the Friends thing, it's an interesting one that it's not the community. It's the people outside the community. And it's okay to not like the show. I'm a fan of the show, but I understand it's not fucking for everyone.
No.
But there's some people that are like aggressive about that they're not a fan of that show. And that's weird to me.
There is one show that I was that someone tried pulling.
The Back to the Future community, it does not gatekeep.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, yeah. But there was one show that someone tried pulling me into that I just could not wrap my head around. And I'm not going to push.
It's me.
Huh?
I have a feeling the person's me.
Maybe. I mean,
what was the show?
Frasier.
Oh no, that wouldn't have been me. I haven't actually watched it yet.
Yeah,
it's on my list.
Frasier and Cheers were the two.
See, I've watched Cheers. I like Cheers a lot, and I want to watch Frasier, but Lauren wants to watch Frasier, and she hasn't watched Cheers.
So
I'm like, once you get through Cheers, we'll start Frasier together.
But then it's like one of those. We have a lot more things to watch.
She's never started a single episode of Cheers.
Yeah. So I mean. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Didn't that one guy try to date his mom? No, his mom tried to date him. So, fun fact, they took the movie.
Fun fact about that?
So, Zemeckis and the two Bobs, Robert Zemeckis and Bob. I can't think of his name.
This Bob?
Not this Bob.
Oh.
Robert Zemeckis and the other Bob.
I don't know.
The guys that wrote Back to the Future. I'm spacing right now. I feel really bad. They actually tried to sell the script to. They tried to sell the script to Disney, and Disney said no.
Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale.
Bob Gale. It fucking hit me right as you were saying it. Bob Gale, Robert Zemeckis. They take the script to Disney, and Disney doesn't want to make the movie unless they remove the kiss in the car, where she kisses him and goes, "It's like kissing my brother." They wanted that removed because they go, "That's incest. We're a family company. We're not doing that."
Fair enough.
And they said. It's a funny scene, and it doesn't lead to anything. She's grossed out by it, and we're speaking about that level of connection where she can be like, "Whoa, wait a minute, we're not getting rid of that scene." And Disney went, "Well, then we don't have a deal." And then Disney didn't get Back to the Future, and said Universal did.
Huh. Good to know.
So we're leaving that off with hopefully things are looking up over at Disney.
And hopefully things start looking way better over there. Because I watched a TikTok of a person spending one day in Disneyland and how much they spent on food alone. $160 per person.
I know. I was just there back in October.
Skadoosh.
So this is Jan Demange, Demange.
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 You would know him as.
Is that French?
I feel like, yeah. You know him from Lovecraft County, which I have not watched, but I've heard amazing things.
I'm 3 episodes in. I love it.
The actor that played Omar on The Wire's in it. Funny enough, playing a gay character again, he was asked about that. He's like, "Why are you always playing gay characters?" Like, "I don't know, I just do. What does it matter?"
It's not typecast.
Sadly,
he just always gets put into him.
Yeah, sadly, he passed away not too long ago, so... You know, that's a rough one because he was a really good actor. But I've heard great things about Lovecraft County. Well, Jan is now going to be the new director of Blade. Because we lost our Blade director.
Which still set for end of 2023.
I doubt it.
Yeah. I mean...
From what I understand, they're rewriting the script because it's trash.
How do you make a vampire hunting vampire
You
story
have
trash?
one fight scene in it.
Oh, yeah, no, that's trash.
So
like Blade 2. Blade 2 starts off with a banger, ends off in a banger. Blade Trinity starts off with a banger, ends off in a not quite a good banger, but it'll do.
So
I think Trinity's one. Yeah, Trinity's the one I'm thinking of.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from what I understand,
terrible CG, but still okay.
From what I understand, there was one fight scene in it. The actor is not enjoying the movie, the script at all. It's still up in the air whether or not it's going to be a movie or TV show. I think it's been moved to a movie. But he's not enjoying it at all, like the script at all. They keep losing people, producers and directors and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so this project just keeps getting delayed by things. I don't see it coming out by the end of next year because you got to rewrite a whole script. You got a new director that now has to meet the cast and get used to everyone, see how everyone's going to work and whatnot. I don't know. End of 2023, that's a year. It's possible.
I mean,
we've seen movies done in less. Hell, we're getting Scream 6 in February.
We got all
March.
of so between the pandemic, we got all of Loki pretty fucking quick in a year and a half.
You got to figure that script was probably written well before that.
Okay, hopes will be there. Hopes will definitely be there. Scottish. Just a little talk about Quincy threw this at me, and I this was released back in 2020, but I like art books. You like art books?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was released back in 2020, yes, but there's a new one coming out from Dark Horse Comics that I could not find an image of because they don't have a finalized image. So I'm using this as a placeholder.
Okay,
We're getting a new one of the art of Cuphead coming from Dark Horse.
Yeah, is this from Dark Horse
2020.
too? Yeah, this is from Dark Horse too.
Okay, yeah. So we're getting a new one because of the new season.
I like that cover. Oh, I really like that cover.
But they haven't finalized their cover yet, so there's no so there's a cover out there, but it's not the finalized one. So you wanted to use this as a place marker.
That's fair enough. Okay, thank you for the heads up.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Cuphead have had a kind of a rough up and down. The game was fine. I love the game. Beat the game. Called it a day. The show I watched 2 episodes of and dumped immediately. It just didn't live up to my hype, I guess. I like the characters, but I keep them quiet, I guess. I don't know.
Something about their voices.
I guess. I don't know. It felt like there was a lot there to be admired, but maybe the comic book I might find myself in. Oh, gosh. Oh, and it even has Chalice.
I do believe Grey DeLisle's one of the voice actresses in this. She might be Chalice. I'm not sure.
Oh. Oh, wow. I just love the art. The art has always kind of awestruck me. I love the old school cartoon style and bring it up to today's renditions with the mild shading, the harsh like contrasts, and a little bit of bubbly cartoon, you know, like the stretchy legs, the bubbly face expressions. I love it. Good stuff. And this was only $10 for the paperback.
Yeah, so the new one coming from Dark Horse, I'm wondering if it's going to put everything together into one.
Like a compilation?
Yeah. Maybe it'll be a nice big hardcover of all 3. Yeah. But yeah, so there's a new one coming from Dark Horse. I think art books are amazing. I think it's a fun concept.
Yeah. Skadoosh. One last little thing about Black Friday. Seeing as a lot of websites are already starting off, we just decided just to do a very, 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 hopefully very quick gloss. And this is to me, not to Quincy. Of just some Black Friday deals that could catch your attention. We're over here on Best Buy, and immediately I am seeing some really good deals. Some select video games, both digital release and otherwise. $250 for a Series S. Some really good Amazon smart home devices.
You all right?
Yeah, I had a bit of a stroke trying to read Amazon Echo, and then I just said flatline it. And even $70 off of in MetaQuest 2 with Resident Evil 4 VR and Beat Saber, which 2 games I would definitely play if I had a headset. Some TVs on pretty good sale. A lot of 4K ones, $240. For a 4K Roku, I think it was 40 inches. 55.
And then you get the Roku channel, which is actually a lot of fun.
Yeah. And all the freebie channels that are now starting to pop up with their ads. I mean, some movies that you can't see anywhere else just because they're old or otherwise, you can pop onto like Pluto and watch as long as you don't mind ads. 32-inch smart TV, I think that's a 720, but even still, $80 for something that can run a console super quick, simple, easy. You know, the Ultra HDs are $400 or otherwise. I wouldn't mind this 75-inch one for under $600 if I had the cash. But I really would love a UHD. If I can get a UHD or OLED, I have seen those things play video games. Some M.2s for super cheap. Actually, I'm going to take a quick look because I'm kind of in the market for another one. Okay, 1 terabyte. Quincy, we can upgrade. Good old Goon.
Code.
Or Code. Yeah, I am tired. $130 for a terabyte black.
Will that work with his motherboard?
Yes. Because what's in there right now is a 32, and 32 is not big. Some other regular solid states, hell, even the flat is running 90. The tower 90. Some kick-ass fans for 60. Not a lot of other things are on this. Oh, there's page 2. Is there a graphics card? Please tell me there is. No, there isn't. Just a lot of M.2s, but hey, a 2 terabyte one for $140.
Oh, Best Buy probably can't even get the fucking cards is the problem.
I really want these. The IQs, the lighting triangles. I just want to throw them wherever, just because I actually really enjoy these. $100, a little pricey, but if I want to make shit look cool. A 2 terabyte regular solid state for $143.99. God damn. I wish I had money.
I mean, I wish that even when Black Friday is not around.
Yeah. If you couldn't tell, we are every week we are bumming it. Just to.
I mean, my bills are paid, but
yeah, my bills are my bills are paid too. But there's what's the term?
we make do.
We make do. Yeah, that's the best term. Let's see what's on the video game side. What have you been doing over there?
Stuff for the secondary podcast.
Oh,
It's a surprise for you when I'm done. I want to see how well it comes out with me kind of half-assing this during the podcast. Well, I think I've still been very engaged. I think I'm doing well.
Yeah, you're doing pretty well.
But you got to make do with your time and whatnot. I want to see if this works the way I'm hoping, because one of the things the other podcast is going to do is launch a Patreon that gives you stuff.
A lot of things we're going to be working on.
We are working our butts off.
We're going to attempt to, yes. Shop Xbox games under $20. A lot of digital edition stuff. Some of the Xbox One games have free updates, so be sure to check them out. Otherwise, just to make sure that if a game is on Xbox One, if it'll have the free upgrade, make sure you look into that before buying the Xbox One on sale version.
Well, wait a minute. Xbox One, what are you talking about?
Like, these are Xbox One games, but some of them, like Village, has let's say if you bought the Xbox One version, it has a free upgrade.
All the Xbox Ones have free upgrades. Xbox isn't charging for the upgrades. If there's an upgrade for it, it upgrades.
Okay.
Currently. Eventually, that'll change.
But
as of right now, there are no games that are sold as an Xbox One version that won't upgrade if there's an upgrade.
Okay.
If there's an upgrade, it upgrades for free. If there's no upgrade, then it's not sold as a Series X game. It's just sold as an Xbox One game.
Okay, then
There's no option either way.
backtracking to an earlier topic, Witcher just got the upgrade.
Witcher just got the upgrade, but so if you
I'm just saying,
buy the Xbox One version of Witcher, it'll upgrade and it'll work on your Series X. I mean, it'll work on your Series X without the upgrade.
Right, but what I'm saying is that upgrade.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I'm saying is it's not like PlayStation where you have to pay for your upgrades.
No, yes, you are correct. Also, a lot of really interesting Black Friday deals over here as far as games are concerned. $35 for Saints Row.
The new one?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. And I think it...
that's actually kind of worth it because I don't even know if you want all the DLCs yet,
Yeah. Just to check it out. And I believe there was the download. No. Legacy Edition's $55. I don't know what Legacy Edition's going to give you. But even still, $55.
I mean, they've got that $100 version, so, I mean...
I think originally $80. So I don't know about that. Hydrate.
They came out with a $100 version.
I don't want to touch it.
A lot of games are doing that. There's a $100 version for Midnight Suns.
And second one.
This is the stuff you guys get to make us do if you join in on
The chat. Oh God, do you know if we had like 50 people in there, I worry about our health. Oh God.
Hydration's good, but we may need to start taking pee breaks and have a coming back. I have like a be back soon. Oh my God, the release date is updated though.
It's fine, but it's just that's hilarious. Oh, I like that.
$100 version for a game that probably will never come out.
Oh, guess what it's called?
The game that never releases.
No, fuck off. But it's called the Hella Edition.
Know a song that never ends.
I like that poster. Or it's a steel box. Oh, I like Quincy, look at this steel box and tell me that doesn't look cool.
I'm not saying it doesn't look cool. It does look cool. I love the little pins, like the fucking cherry pins. Do it for the vine. It's just, how long have we been waiting for this game?
I know.
I mean, I never actually was waiting for it in the first place.
I was.
But,
I'm excited for it. I want to go to Venice Beach. I want to smack some big muscly dudes like this. Like, I'm interested in it. You know?
This sounds like a very different vacation than what I was expecting.
You didn't want to take me to Venice Beach. You took me to Long Beach?
No, I didn't take you to Long Beach. I don't remember what beach I took you to. I took you to the beach we were able to get to.
Yeah.
Like, that was really what it came down
Fair,
to. You're like, I want to go to a beach. And I was like, I can make that happen.
Is it going to be a good beach? Or...
I'm going to do my best.
And I mean, it was a pier. We walked up and down the pier. We enjoyed it. And we
charged
left.
for parking?
Yeah, we got charged for park. What was it? $13.
I don't remember.
It was like $13.
California's wild.
It was weird, but I was like, okay, how long do we have? An hour? Okay, we'll stay for an hour. We'll enjoy ourselves and get on out of here. But go check out Best Buy. I wish there was an affiliate thing for Best Buy, so that way we can at least have the promotionals. My hair is getting out of control, so I'm trying to keep it down with this freaking hat. I look weird. That's all I got. Anything else you got?
There is the Walmart Black Friday sales. We're not going to go through all those. There's far too many of them. Make sure you check them out, though. There's some good stuff on there. I missed out this yesterday through Walmart, through Target, and through Amazon. Yesterday was $40 off. Today it's not. These sales are not putting up times and dates on most of them. So do your Black Friday shopping. Be smart. Check your Cyber Monday shopping. Be smart because they're not warning you when a lot of these are ending. You guys could save a lot of freaking money or starting.
So,
and the chat says you look great, Dingus.
Oh, thanks, Stinky. All good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to check the links down in the description for our own personal medias. Twitter
will be potentially changing and adding.
Yeah, potentially changing and adding. The Discord is down there. If you haven't a while, pop into our Discord. I'm revamping the old Longshot Heroes one into the Ugly Mugs Productions. So some of those channels are going to be changing. Go and hop on in. Quincy and I are both in there, and I'm going to probably start pushing some good stuff and keep everyone in the know on what we're going to be doing. There's going to be some Patreon bonuses that are going to be included. We're going to be hinting them here, not really, confirming anything. Remember to, check our links in the description to help out both Humble Bundle and Dubby. And of course, as always, remember to love one another. It's easy, it's cheap, it's free. Oh, geez.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.